What's going on, you little ambitious artists? It is Nas here, and I am back with another video. Now, it's been a month since I have uploaded on this channel, and that is because recently I have been moving. I just moved, and I just decided that I would take a little time to, focus on myself and just get settled into my new home and environment. Thank you guys for the patience. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about perspective, specifically foreshortening. And I feel like this is an important technique that a lot of upcoming artists need to know if they want to become mangaka, if they want to add some type of depth to their images or their imagery and their illustrations, because you can't just keep on drawing flat characters. You eventually want to make that art more diverse and look more alluring, right? So I am going to be giving you guys the fundamental steps and breaking down what makes foreshortening. And if you like the video, just be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's just get right into it. In order to understand what foreshortening is on a fundamental level, we must get the dictionary definition of what the word actually means, so that whenever we think of the word, we have the most simplest explanation in our heads. Now, to foreshorten means to portray or show an object or view as closer than it is, or as having less depth or distance as an effect of perspective or the angle of vision. Basically, what this definition is saying is that we all see in a 3D field of view. Whenever you foreshorten pieces of an object, a body part, whatever you're drawing would be cut off because you're trying to give this illusion, right? So for example, in the image that I'm drawing right now, we see that my character has his fist pointed out towards us. Now, as you can see, that fist is bigger than it would be if it was closer to his body. But because he's extending his arm, his fist looks bigger, and it's actually cutting off most of his arm. Like, you cannot see most of his arm. You can see like little bits of his arm, like where it's being extended from, but you can't necessarily see like his triceps, like places like that on his body. Why is that? It's because whenever you want to give a sense of direction as to how close something is to the camera or the field of view, you always have to you always have to block certain things out to give it that illusion. So for example, go in the mirror and extend your arm out and put it as close to the mirror as possible. You're going to notice that when you take a step back and look at your arm, you're going to notice that your fist is covering and blocking most of your arm. That is because your fist is closer to your field of view. Does that make sense? So like the opposite of it would basically be like, again, in the same image that I'm drawing, my character's other hand, where he's holding his sword, we see that it's going farther and farther away from the field of view. So what's happening? It's getting shorter. The hand is getting smaller. The arm is getting smaller. That is because something is getting farther and farther away from the field of view. Now that we understand what foreshortening is on a fundamental level, we also need to understand that it also needs to be believable. Whenever you draw something in a foreshortened point of view, it needs to be believable. And what do I mean by that? Like, you obviously just can't have like a long hand and just like make it too big, or like make something too small, because that'll kind of make it feel like you're extending the point of view in the field of view, which is just not really realistic in the eyes of the image or whoever's looking at the image. Whenever somebody's looking at an image, it's like from their point of view, it's like from their perspective. It's like the same thing if you were just holding up your camera and taking a picture. That's just what an image is. So like whenever you make something too big or too small, it's like giving a false point of view, a false point of perspective, I should say. So whenever you foreshorten something, you have to make sure that it looks believable. You have to make sure that it looks accurate to the field of view. Always make sure that it's accurate to the field of view, because that's what's going to stand out and give it that pop, rather than a lot of other artists that I know, and these people are professionals that I know, and they still haven't mastered this element yet. It doesn't necessarily look accurate to the field of view. Now obviously, if what you're drawing is like goofy and it's like it's supposed to be like that, then that 100% works. I feel like a good example of that would be like One Piece, like how the characters have like weird proportions and like how the characters are built weird. That just goes along with the show, that goes along with the series. So that perfectly fits Oda's art style. But if you were to go like on a more basic level and like a more normal level, try to stay away from that, because it doesn't look believable. It's all about looking believable from other people's perspective in order to be considered good or great art. One final thing that I can advise you guys is that whenever you're foreshortening something, especially a character, specifically a character, it is okay if you are blocking some body parts. Like, again, we're going to use the image that I'm drawing as an example. It is okay that I am blocking half of my character's stomach with like his big ass arm, just extending his arm. He's extending his arm and you see his fist and you see bits and pieces of his arm, but you notice that a lot of his stomach is cut off, or his side, like his side to his stomach and his waist. You see that all of that is cut off, but it's okay. Like whenever you're foreshortening something, every single body part is probably not going to be shown, and that is okay on purpose, because it gives an accurate sense of a 3D field of view. So although I'm blocking the waist and the stomach and the side of his stomach, it's okay because it's accurate to the field of view. As long as it is accurate to the field of view, you do not have to worry about blocking something or blocking a body part. Sometimes that's actually necessary to get that accurate field of view that we were just talking about. So don't be scared to block off a body part or shorten a body part, because that's literally what foreshortening is. Things need to go and some stuff need to get shortened. I can't speak today. Some stuff need to get shortened and some stuff need to get cut out. Some stuff need to get longer. Get your mind out the gutter. And that's ultimately how you give yourself an accurate field of view, not only for yourself but for other people who are viewing your art. And that's going to ultimately bring this video to an end. So if you enjoyed, if I taught you anything, if you learned anything, if this was knowledgeable to you, if you like the image, anything that you like in the video, if you like anything from the video, if you like my voice, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please go ahead and hit that like button. All I'm trying to do is just like encourage you guys to keep on going, to keep on improving in your art, never be discouraged, and just always take that next step forward. If you're uncomfortable with something, make sure you get comfortable with it. You got to practice it. Don't run away from it, practice it. That's the only way you're going to get better. So again, if you like anything from the video, like the video itself, like the thumbnail, I don't know what you like, okay? If you like anything from the video, just please make sure to give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. You guys stay up, and I will see you little ambitious artists in the next video.